just wrapped up my final day at the beach, final day in Da Nang. I spent almost 7 hours at the beach today, in and out of the water, just hanging out, just relaxing. It's always a sad day when I leave a place, but I feel like when you leave the beach, it's a little bit more sad too. So, but I'll use that as an opportunity to give you guys a recap of my time here in Da Nang. I spent 5 days, 5 nights, 4 days here. So I spent 2 days at the beach. I did 1 day at Golden Hills or the Golden Bridge in Banai Hills. And then I did 1 day at Marble Mountain and a night at Hoi An. And then got to experience the Dragon Bridge not once but twice. So I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to kind of give y'all the video rundown of that. We're gonna visit Banai Hills first, followed by the day at Marble Mountain in Hoi An, and then we'll wrap it up with a couple different shots of the Dragon Bridge so you guys can see what that's all about. So hope y'all enjoyed as much as I did. Well, good morning. 3 cups of coffee in and still tired. And people wonder why I say I just out here raw dogging life, because I don't really do caffeine, because it doesn't really work for me. I'm the person that can drink caffeine at 9 o'clock at night and still sleep like a baby. So, but I've got a 2-hour drive. I'm going to Banai Hills today, which is the big bridge with the hands. If you've ever seen it, you'll see it in this video in a little bit. But I'm taking a trip to there. It's a whole experience you got to go do, because it's at the top of one of the world's largest gondola rides. It's the pitfalls of going on tours in other countries, because normally what happens is exactly what happened just now. So I'm on a bus with a bunch of people. First off, don't like that already, but I should have known that. Anyways, normally what'll happen is they'll take you to an exhibit, show you around, and then it's like a sales pitch, and that's exactly what happened. We just went to a jade, a special type of wood they've got, and a pearl exhibit, and they're showing you around, they're telling you the history of it, and then she points to a door, they're like, I want to show you some stuff, and we walk out, and it's a fucking showroom that's the size of 2 CVS's or Walgreens of pearl, wood, and jade jewelry and stuff. And so they've got, anybody you see behind me in red is a salesperson, and they got hundreds of them probably that are just trying to get you to buy stuff. So I just wanted to go to the top of the mountain and see the bridge and do all of that. I didn't want to do a pit stop at this and then however many other stops we're gonna do along the way. The problem is all my reviews said if you don't get to the place early, it's gonna be packed. And first they picked me up at 8, so I'm already behind the 8 ball. Like, probably should have been on the road at 6:30 to be at the place at 8, not because it's a 2-hour drive. So we're gonna get there probably 10 or 11, probably 10:15, 10:30. So it's gonna be packed. I already know that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so got in trouble for filming. But yeah, just stuff like that, to the sense of, I paid for the tour. I guess I didn't get a good explanation, so that's on me. I should have just paid a driver to take me to the top, because I don't want to do any of this, and I really don't want to be rushed. So I have a very strong feeling that I'm going to be that guy that they probably hate, but as soon as we get there, I'm going to disappear from the tour, and if I miss the bus back, I'll just pay somebody to take me back. But I'm not about to be rushed at the top, because that's all I want to see. I want to go to the bridge, and I have a very strong feeling that the bridge is gonna be like, hey, everybody look, okay, now take 5 minutes, walk across the bridge, take pictures, and then we'll go to the next thing. And I'm gonna be like, no, because I'm gonna spend 15, 20, 30, however long I wanna spend on the bridge. I'm gonna be there. So the pitfalls sometimes of travel and tour groups and booking things, but you know, you gotta make it work. It's an experience. So this just happened, but we get here, my guide's like, wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes, let me go get tickets and whatnot. So I go with him and I'm like, hey man, can you just send me my ticket and I'll be on my way? And he was like, excuse me? I was like, I don't need to be a part of the group. I'm tired of waiting. There's hundreds of people that are getting here and going and all of this. And so he begrudgingly gives me my ticket. And I was just like, just let me know what time I need to be back or where I need to be back. And so I'm about to go do this by myself because I don't want to be in a group where they tell you gotta rush through this or you gotta rush through that. I don't know if y'all have ever been on any tour guides or anything in like sightseeing places, but there'd be a place that you want to stay a little bit longer. They were like, okay, next. And I'm like, no, I don't. So at this point, even if I miss the bus, I'll just pay to get back. But yeah, we're here. On the other side of this wall is the cable car, and it's the longest single cable car in the world. So I'm interested to see how this goes. And this is why I wanted to go by myself. So the left-hand side is all tours. And you gotta stay with your tour group and you gotta do all those things. And so I wanna know part of that. Like, life hack, sometimes it's better in tourist areas to just be adventurous and take your life into your own hands, if you will, and go explore it by yourself. This area is safe. I don't feel any worries about being dangerous. We're in like a theme park. It's like going around Six Flags or Disney World by myself. I can make it work. But all of these people beside me are waiting in line for their tour and this and that. And I have no time for that. And I know my dude is probably upset because, you know, I think he either thinks that I'm gonna leave a bad review or whatever, but and it's nothing like that. It's just, I want no part of being in tours when I can just go to the front because you're not in a tour group. To the car? Thank you very much. Yeah, so like, it's just wild that, you know, we fall into these tourist traps. And it's everybody. I mean, I did it myself. Like, I could have paid to ride a grab bike up here and do it all by myself, and I should have. But they got me at the hotel desk. They're like, we got a tour, this and that. So, anyways, I don't know where I'm at now, but I'm the only person up here going to this cable car this way. So this is where I'm at in life. Like, yeah, I want all of this. Beautiful thing about being all the way up here in the little mountains is the weather. Even though the clouds are out, the weather isn't bad. Like, it's not hot. It's a good day to be out here. I really don't want to go walk across that bridge with all those people. Here's another travel hack for you, is when you're in tourist places, you got to look for other spots to take photos. So there's a line of people right here up top taking photos, and it's probably a dope photo, but it's the same photo that everybody got. I stood right down here, so below the platform, and took that photo. No line, just here. So yeah, if you gonna do it, find you a little spot. Everybody's fighting to take photos, and so just figure it out. But if you are willing to stand somewhere else you can get that shot of both hands. The rain has started, so maybe that'll clear some tourists out. I didn't bring my rain jacket with me. I got it at the hotel. I came vastly underprepared for this mission. About to hop under somebody's umbrella. But yeah, it's starting to come down now. And again, rain jacket at the fucking hotel. I'm usually always prepared for every scenario of weather on a tour. So this is what travel life is about. I bought me a little poncho, which, by the way, ponchos in Southeast Asia, fucking legit. This is what I pay, 60, so $2.80 roughly. And I mean, this is the best poncho, I think. This is almost as thick as like frog tog or whatever that frog wear stuff is in the States. So I'm good for the rest of the day on no matter what we want to do. But yeah, ain't nobody on the bridge anymore. Now you get dope content. I love the other fellow adventurers that was like, this rain ain't about to stop me. Another thing, all y'all that want to go abroad, don't be afraid to learn a language. I've said it before, thank you and hello. That'll get you very far in any culture. So, thank you and hello. Found me the Alpine coaster. I'm about to go try to get on that. Hopefully it's not canceled because of the rain. Oh yeah. Woo! Baby, 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 oh my baby, 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 oh, thought you'd always be mine. And I came back down one time because it stopped raining. Clouds look fake as ever, but I mean, you can't beat that. I gotta go back and meet the tour here in about an hour and a half. But a successful day. I didn't tell y'all earlier, but apparently what this is that's Buddha's hands. And the reason it's gold is because he's holding up the golden silk of Vietnam. So you got the significance of it is, you know, Buddha holding up the Silk Road, essentially. So I think one thing that's very important is taking the time to actually enjoy it. So everybody walks through with cameras, myself included, selfie sticks, all of that good stuff, trying to get the perfect shot. And that's cool, it's an Instagram moment. But then I came back to walk it a couple times with no cameras out. Just walk it, take it all in, enjoy the scenery. Just to be able to enjoy it and be able to be a part of that moment. Because I've got the photos, I got some dope photos. I'm glad I came back for that. But being able to just take it all in and be a part of it is what it's really all about. And if you look, you'll see a lot of older people that don't have cameras out because they didn't grow up that way. They just grew up in the moment, which I still support that and love that. So you gotta be able to do both.
which is key on my travels, I think.
Clear visibility, and then all of a sudden the clouds roll in and you can't see anything. I'm doing Marble Mountain today on my way over to Hoi An, and Marble Mountain's essentially a mountain on the outside of the city where they've done excavating, mining for marble, I believe, hence the name. But there's a monastery or temple built inside of it, a bunch of different things. And so, yeah, doing that. You can take an elevator or you can take stairs. I chose stairs. So, getting cardio in, my Stairmaster. But I'm gonna take a bike from here to Hoi An for the night festival with the lanterns and whatnot. Going into a hole, almost perfect in the side of a mountain. But this is from the marble mines, like I said. So this isn't natural, but still cool. Whew. And a little steep. Wasn't terrible, but my best cave is still in the Galapagos when I had to crawl along. Not even crawl, crawl is not the right word. When I had to slide on my back and all the rock was on my chest down there. That's still the worst cave. And that story is funny because I was in that bitch by myself. Driver dropped me off. I was like, I'll pick you up on the other side. He didn't tell me that the other side included having to crawl. Like, again, crawl is not the word. Scoot, lay flat on my back and scoot across the ground. But this stuff is crazy because it's all marble. Like I said, it's called Marble Mountain for a reason. But this is all marble. Going up marble wasn't fun in the slightest, but going down marble, yeah. All I'm gonna say is for y'all that got marble countertops, imagine trying to walk down that. And that's what we're dealing with right now. All marble. Whew. These sandals don't do well wet. I'm so glad it ain't wet up here. But they not doing great on marble right now either. So I'll let y'all know when I make it down. Or don't, and you never see this video. Yeah, I just got dizzy filming that. But it was a dope shot. I just saw Batman's friend come out of there. Yeah. You can't tell me it's the highest peak and then me not go.
I already went to the other side and got through it with, from the cave entrance. Guess I'm gonna see where these stairs go. We done came to the steep part. Well, that was Marble Mountain. Kind of a dope experience. They got everything built into the caves, so that was cool. My next adventure is I've got about a 40 minute grab bike on the back of a bike to Hoi An, which is a smaller city. Gonna get that knocked out, and then they have a lantern festival that at night, Chinese lantern festival, that's supposed to be pretty cool. So, no thank you. So, it's gonna be a fun time. Just got dropped off in Hoi An. It was about a 30-minute bike ride from Marble Mountain. I was gonna get my own bike, but that turned into an ordeal in and of itself. I researched, went and got an international driver's license before I left the States. Drove about an hour to get it, paid for it, the whole 9 yards. Well, come to find out, what I got is invalid in Vietnam because of a treaty that it's the one that the United States issues apparently is based out of the 1949 Geneva Convention, and Vietnam only accepts the 1968 or something like that. And so I have an invalid driver's license. Well, long story short, I did research and they have been cracking down apparently in Vietnam on tourists doing riding bikes. I'm looking at this event that's happening over here behind me. I have no idea what it is, but they've been cracking down on tourists doing riding bikes in Vietnam. So checkpoints, all of this, it's up to an $8 million fine. They can confiscate the bike. So it's like 350 bucks. They can confiscate the bike, all of that stuff. I didn't want to deal with that, so I didn't do it, but had to now rent a bike. Got to find one and rent one to get back. But no big deal, made it work. And so now about to do the night festival that they do on the river with the lanterns and whatnot. So I just found out what this event is, and it's right up my alley. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can't get in. It's I don't know if it's new or not, but a cell phone, Oppo, APPO, is dropping a new cell phone, and this is their release party. But the dope part is the photographer in me that's giddy right now is watching that they've got a screen with the commercial running, and the camera that's on the phone is a Hasselblad, which I don't know if y'all know about that, but one of the dopest but most expensive camera makers in the world. And so the fact that that's in a cell phone, the footage that they got on the screen looks dope from the photos and the video. So I don't know if that's real footage, you probably not, but amazing. So I'm actually gonna see if I can get into this event. If not, either way, I'm gonna film from the outside, but they got drones in the air, they got camera, whole production crews and everything. So I'm gonna peek my head around to see what it's all about. All right, that's wild. And I gotta give some perspective because this is for a brand new cell phone. I was marketing for AT&T in the summer of 2007 when they launched the very first iPhone. We were in San Francisco where you could only buy the iPhone at the store in San Francisco. They had a guy with a briefcase chained to his arm, walk it to our truck and put it in our truck so that you could demo it, the first iPhone. Like, that's my marketing background. That was my first job out of college, and it just happened to coincide with the first launch of the iPhone. We are so behind in technology in the United States of America, and it's not even close now, because that cell phone is absolutely ridiculous and it's a brand that nobody in the States knows, I'm sure of. And they just had fireworks, a whole performance in this to launch it. We're not doing none of that in the States. And it's absolutely wild that this whole performance, I wish it was in English because I want to hear all the tech specs from the camera. Like they're going over the Hasselblad camera right now. I wish it was in English so I can understand exactly what that cell phone is offering. But the words that were on the screen, some of it was English, absolutely amazing. I'm gonna have to look up Oppo X9 when I get home to see exactly what it's doing. But the amount of ridiculousness that's happening over here as far as over the top, plus that dope ass sunset, let's start with that. The over the top doesn't even, like, the iPhone didn't even do a fraction of that for it to launch. And I mean, it was a big deal when it launched, obviously, so maybe they didn't have to, but they're going above and beyond, and I love it. I've got my own candle that I'm gonna put in the water. It's kind of a cool experience to see the Lantern Festival, but there's my wish, floating away. One thing about Southeast Asia, I'm gonna get that fruit smoothie with dragon fruit. Brain freeze. Ooh. Yo, this is for a cell phone. I just gotta reiterate that. This is for a cell phone drop. So what's wild is I still haven't eaten. I had a little smoothie, but I haven't eaten because I got caught up in all the festivities and walking around and seeing everything. That happens a lot. No, but we had a full-fledged concert, pyrotechnics, phone party, all of that for the launch of a phone. I gotta look into this Oppo, OPPO, I don't know this Oppo phone, cause they do that for it. It's gotta be legit. But now I'm about to grab some food and try to find a grab bike back to Da Nang. See how much they gonna hit me over the head for that. So I just participated in the #1 rule in Vietnam that I've come to live by. All these guys out here, I saw them, was like, it's gotta be good food. Went and got a banh mi, got it to go. Took 4 steps across this road that I'm crossing right now, took a couple bites, walked right back over and asked to get another one to go. It's the best sandwich I've ever had. So that's the rule. If you ever walking past the place and it's nothing but locals sitting on little bitty plastic stools eating or drinking or having a good time, that place got good food. And it did not let me down. I told the woman through Google chat or Google text, that's the best banh mi sandwich I've had in Vietnam. And that's the 3rd city now that I've been to. So, crush that. 1 to go, love it. So with that being said, now it's time to find this Grab that's gonna drive me 45 minutes across town and see what that's gonna work out to be. Wish me luck. So I had 2 drivers cancel on me because it's such a far ride, which I understand. So my man picked me up, 3rd time's a charm, and we're going, it's but it's 19 kilometers. So you're talking, call it 10 miles, 11 miles, but it's gonna take 45 minutes is what it says. Cost me seven-ish with the tip, whatever. But yeah, you can. I got to go see the Lantern Festival and all of that for $10 of trip time. My mom always taught me never to get in cars with strangers. Well, how about a bike in Vietnam at night for a 45-minute ride back to the hotel with a stranger? Gotta love it. Love you, mama. That one puckered up my butt a little bit. That's the end of that day. Whew. Was a good day though, good day. And shout out to the dude that picked me up and drove me 45 minutes on the bike just now. It would have been cool to be able to do that on my own, but you know, I didn't mind riding and being able to take clips and all of that. So, whew, appreciate y'all coming along with me. Until the next one. Not trying to be funny, but the good thing about Southeast Asia is, other than the other tourists, I'm like 4 inches taller than everybody, so even if I'm in the back, I can still see over people. So that's always a win. And on that note, I'm gonna make my way through these people in this traffic. That's pretty cool. They do that every weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And now you gotta get down the hill, grab me a bike back to the hotel. But yeah, that's cool. That's something that the city can rally around. And I mean, I'm still walking and it's wet all the way down here. That canyon, monstrous. And I'm on the wrong side of traffic. But it's not just me, so they'll go around. We'll make it work. Oh yeah, now it's a clusterfuck. Let me go ahead and step up here before I mess around and get hit. Well, that's a wrap from Da Nang, Vietnam. I fly out to Ho Chi Minh City in the morning, and that'll wrap up my Vietnam leg of this trip. I've still got Cambodia, Malaysia, and Singapore left. So, but we're counting down days, coming to an end. I think today marks 17 days left until the trip when I fly home. So hope y'all enjoyed the vlog and stay tuned for the next one. I think I'll put one more together at least of this trip. So about to cross this road Vietnam style. Only way to do it. So we'll talk to y'all on the next one.